Go ahead, family, tag and share. Let's get everybody in.
Hello. I can't do it.
Go ahead on tag share. Let's get everybody in today. We got an exciting show. Let's get everybody on. Let's get everybody in. God bless you. Good to see y'all tuning in today.
I heard
Want to say good afternoon and once again, welcome to the Greg James Community Show right here on Hallelujah 95.3. Want to say, I tell you, it is busy in the streets of Tallahassee. You better believe it. I mean, traffic is backed up. You know why? It's the legislative session. It is kicked off. I mean, people are everywhere. It took me 30 minutes just to get eggs and bacon over at the Whataburger this morning. I mean, it was it's a busy time. It's a busy season. So much is going on in and around our city. Certainly, the legislative session is kicked off, and there is so much happening in the community. We got community events. Just finished an amazing Ames Awards that happened on this past weekend. That was over at the Enrichment Center for Children, where there was a great celebration of so many marvelous voices that are making impact throughout the media world. Certainly give big shots out to Bill James and the legendary Mary Bush Smith, Apostle, DJ Dap. I mean, just a number of people were celebrated, and believe it or not, you all have made my voice one that is one of a voice of courage. Can you believe it? And so I want to say a big shout out to all of our listeners who are tuning in week after week to make sure that we are bringing you the best in the news, the best in information, and the best in what's going on in our city, right here on 95.3 FM. Also, want to let you know now that springtime is coming. It's pollen in the air, so you got to do what's necessary to make sure that you keep yourself in a safe environment. We got an exciting show today, and I'm excited about the guest that is going to be joining me. For those of you who are on our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, go ahead on tag share. Let's get everybody in. And for those of you who are listening by way of the airways, don't forget now, we need you to go ahead on and call all your friends so that you can hear what's happening. It's an amazing month. It's a month whereby we're celebrating women all over the nation, and so much is going on in and around our city. So many amazing celebrations that are taking place. And today I'm kicking off our show celebrating two phenomenal women who are doing a phenomenal work. And I'm going to tell you more about it. You're going to hear more from them, and you're going to hear something that is definitely history making right here in the city of Tallahassee. So I don't want you to miss not one moment of it. Big shout out to Life Changing Faith Church over in Gatchett County, where they just celebrated Bishop Ty and Pastor T's anniversary. And I promise you, They invited me to come and we talked about a contagious favor. And I tell you, it was a contagious moment that happened. I mean, the glory of God, the presence of God just filled that atmosphere. And I want to give a big shout out to Pastor Bishop Ty and his lovely wife, First Lady, Pastor T. Hey, listen, don't go nowhere. I want this song to bless you. And when I come back, we're going to dive into what I want to call a phenomenal experience with women, talking about the impact that they're making right here in our local city. Keep it locked right here to the Great James Community Show, 95.3 FM. I will be right back to give you what I want to declare a history-breaking moment. Don't go nowhere. I'll be back. Hey, go ahead on and tag and share. Bree Harris, you done already told me this your family, so tag and share. Let's get folk in. Let's get people in. Hey, listen, this is what I need y'all to do. I'm going to ask y'all to do something real special for me at the end of the program. I want you to prepare. I'm going to need about 50 of you all to, just donate about $25. Somebody put that in the screen, in the thread. I'm going to need 50 of you all to give a contribution of about $25 to help to make sure that everything that they need for this event happens on this coming Saturday. So next Saturday. Well, yes. Thank you so much for next Saturday. So let's get ready to talk to Coach Key and Coach Dre. Dre. Okay. Well, we're getting ready to make it happen. Hallelujah. Okay. Go ahead on the tag and share. All of my Facebook friends tag. Hey, Nevelda, how are you? Jeffrey, how you doing? Doris, hey, bless you. Go ahead on tag, share. This is gonna bless your life. What these young ladies are doing. Hey, bless you, Kathy. Yeah, this is going to bless your life. And we are back right here in the Hallelujah 95.3 studio, and joining me in the studios, two phenomenal women who are, listen to me, when I tell you doing something amazing, as a matter of fact, it's life-changing to hear what they're doing. They are a part of the Dynamic Explosion, a cheering camp, but they have taken it to a whole different level, and we're going to talk about that. So joining me in the studio is, I want to call y'all twins, but y'all are not twins. I'm going to just say Coach Dre.
Yes.
And Coach Kate.
Yes.
Welcome. Listen, I want everybody that's listening, go ahead on and put your hands together and let's just welcome them to our broadcast today to talk about something that is phenomenal that is happening. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about the Dynamic Explosion. What is it?
So Dynamic Explosion is an all-star cheer gym.
An all-star cheer gym.
Yes.
Okay.
So where we compete all around the state of Florida and Georgia and surrounding states and cities. We do tumbling. We also do mentoring for our girls. Like I said, it is a cheerleading all-star gym. And we start at the age of 3 to 18. And
then we decided to bring on the mental wellness portion for the young ladies that we actually house every week, Monday through Thursday, over 150 athletes, because mental health is important and mental health is wealth. And also we offer complimentary tutoring to those kids who have anything C and below, because we expect our athletes to have an excellent education as well as an excellent mind.
Wow. One of the things that I think is so important and what really caught my attention, what made what you all were doing was so mind-blowing, was the fact that you all have a real mental health component to this program. I mean, cheering maybe gets their attention.
Right.
But the mental health is going to really make them stable. It's really going to help deal with whatever they need to be dealing with. So I really want to dive into that as we go through this process, because I think what is lacking in a lot of programs is that component.
Yes, we agree.
How did y'all come up with that? I mean, how did you add that to the program?
So
I guess I'm so excited to have y'all. Let's stop for a minute,
Okay.
because I want the people who are listening to know who you all are, where you're from, how did this get started? I mean, I'm just excited. I mean, I saw you all on the news. I saw they did a news story on you all, and everybody that I was able to talk with are just amazed about the mental health piece, and I'm amazed about that. But let's talk a little bit about how did all this get started, where you all are from. Let's talk about that. Let the audience know a little bit about that.
We're born and raised from
Quincy, Florida.
Really? So that's why all the Quincy is on my Facebook Live. Big shout out
Raise
to.
up.
Okay, great. Okay, great.
I had this dream back in 2016, and my mom and my sister, they helped me pursue this dream. I love kids. I wanted to start a cheerleading competitive team. I did that. This is season 7, so we've been going for almost 7 years now. And
so like she said, she's my baby sister. She came with the dream. I was like, okay, we got you. And at first I was helping coach, but it was a lot because there was a lot of kids. And we asked God to send favor, and he did. He sent magnificent coaches that are all volunteers. Shout out to our coaches and our staff at DXC. And then when I finally came back into the fold of things after 2021, I was really suffering with depression, anxiety.
Wait.
Oh, go ahead.
I got to stop you.
Okay, go ahead.
Because now you had a vision about this.
yes,
Was you a cheerleader?
I've been a cheerleader since the age of 4.
Okay, so you've been cheering all of your life.
We both have, yes.
Okay, so both of you all
Yeah.
have been cheering,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure y'all cheered for Shanks.
Yes, I did. She went to East
I'm not that old.
Don't do that.
Okay, so you was cheering for East Gaston,
I cheer for East Gas.
and you cheered for
And
Shanks.
she cheers.
So both of you all had this cheering experience, and then you had this vision about a cheering competition.
Yes,
Shared it with your family.
I shared it with my family.
They embraced it.
Yes.
Everybody got on board.
Yes.
I wanted to put a pin in that because that is so important in this hour.
Mhm.
Because a lot of family members are not embracing the vision
Yeah.
of family members.
Right.
And you all have come together now. It's been 7 years as a family and have been impacting lives, all because you had a vision of cheering competition. Now, Coach Dree,
Yes.
you say you came on board, but then there was a moment in your life where you were absent.
Right.
What happened?
A lot of times we look at, for me, I call it the strong Black woman. And we
Mhm.
talk about that so much, but I was the strong friend, the strong sister, the strong family member, the strong everything, but I was suffering in silence.
Mhm.
And I felt like I couldn't tell anybody because it seemed weak. And the Black family, for me, growing up, tears, that's weak, and I didn't want to seem that way. But 2021, I really suffered really bad. So I tried to commit suicide twice.
Mhm.
And I felt like I wasn't worthy. I didn't matter, that life wasn't worth living anymore. No one would love me. And I just felt unloved, unappreciated, unheard. And I thank God for everyone who prayed for me and my family, who stuck by my side. And we decided, I talked to my mom, my sister, I said, you know what? It starts with the mind. We could build these athletes up physically, but what are we doing emotionally and mentally for our athletes?
Wow. So now, out of your own experience, you add another component
Mhm.
to dynamic explosion.
Yes.
And it comes from you looking strong, talking strong,
Right.
but deep on the inside,
I was broke.
you was broken.
Yes.
Nobody knew it.
Nobody knew.
You're cheering,
Yeah.
but yet you're crying.
Right.
You're participating in everything that these kids are doing, but yet you're hurting.
Yes.
Listen, stay right here. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to pause right here because I want you to tag, share Those of you who are listening, I want you to tell your friends, turn to 95.3 now, because this just got better. As a matter of fact, this just got dynamic explosion good.
Hey.
Keep it locked right here. I'll be right back. We're going to dive more into what's happening, because we're talking about history going to be taking place in another week right here in the city of Tallahassee. I'm Greg James. Stay right where you are. We'll be right back. So listen, family, go ahead on tag, share. Get everybody in. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Get everybody tagged in, tag, share. Let's get in. Doris, absolutely. Emotional awareness is so important, Doris. Absolutely. You know that to be a fact. Absolutely.
Don't go anywhere.
Absolutely.
I'm using words for American for thousands of years. Dogs have been our best friends and our most friends.
Absolutely. So, man, that is amazing that you were able to. I want to really talk about that, because I think a lot of times people miss the opportunity of their experiences being able to add to and help facilitate great growth in a program. So I want to talk about that, and I want to see how we can make sure that people don't minimize what they go through.
Right.
It's important
Yeah.
that they share. Oh, God. Tag and share. Let's get everybody in. This is exciting and rewarding and good. You better know it.
Mhm.
I like that enthusiasm.
What happened?
The internet keeps moving.
Yeah, my head.
Okay. It's already locked in. That's right. Hey, we're back, and I'm talking with Coach Dree and Coach Key, who are founders of Dynamic Explosion. It's a cheering camp. It's a cheering program, but they have another component to it. And that component was born out of Coach Dree's own experience. Before we went away from the air, Coach Dree was telling us a little bit about what she found herself going through, and that was an emotional depressed period. Even though you were embracing your sister's vision, the family was embracing it, you all were serving kids, but yet on the inside, you were struggling.
Right, yeah.
What happened? How did that come to bringing a birthing of adding this component to the explosion?
Well, at first I had to recognize what I was going through, because I denied it a lot. Like I hid it a lot from a lot of people, from my friends, from my family, and I just did not understand like what was going on with me. Mm-hmm. But then one day, because I had 14 seizures in one day. And then I had 12 like the next day. And some of my friends and my family, they know what happened. But people, they don't know that's called psychosomatic stuff. So when you are physically stressed, physically going through, mentally you're going through, but you have physical symptoms appear. And then doctors can't tell you what it really is, because they don't know what it is, because mentally you're going through, your body is going through so much that it appears to physically harm you. And so once I started going through that and I recognized I need to do better, something's not right mentally for me, I started seeking therapy. I started going twice a week.
Did anybody know you were going to therapy? I mean, here you are, you're embracing your sister's vision, you're all on board, you got kids that are cheering, you're showing up, but behind the door of quietness, you're going to therapy.
Yes.
You're showing up like everything is okay.
Right. And that's what people do all the time. People show up, they smile like everything is okay. But I tell people all the time now, be careful of your words, because those words may be the last words somebody hear that may send them to a damaging state. Mm-hmm. And so I started therapy. Nobody knew. I didn't really tell my mom that I tried to commit suicide till like later, a few weeks, months later, because I was embarrassed. And now I'm no longer embarrassed to tell people that sometimes you get weak. Sometimes you can't do it all. Sometimes you need help. And sometimes it's okay that you're not okay, because you're not supposed to be okay every day. So we went from that. I started seeking therapy. And then I decided that for me, it started when I was 10 years old. When I didn't win Miss St. John, I thought I wasn't good enough because the kids didn't vote for me.
Wow.
Mentally.
At
At
10
10.
years old,
At 10 years old.
you held on to the fact that you did not win, and you held on to the fact that you did not think you were good enough
At 10.
at 10.
And so then we just took it. I came to my mom and my sister and I say, we need to make sure these kids are good before they leave our organization. If nobody else helped these children the way they need to be helped, let us do the work. And so we decided, and we started out doing like little affirmation things and stuff like that the first part of the season. Now this big season, we said, you know what? We're going to implement a program where we make sure we talk to the kids at least once a month. We have one-on-one dates with our cheerleaders. If their parents say something that's going on with them, they contact us. They set up appointments. We brought in an in-house mental health therapist. Shout out to Dr. Simone May.
Go to the schools.
Yes, we go to the schools. We show up at the principal meetings. We are in the community helping the children that we serve every single day if we can. And we do it because we're supposed to, because it's our God-given purpose.
Wow. Listen, this is amazing. And I just heard one of the comments said, it's not okay. But how did she say that? She quoted you. How did you say
It is okay to not be okay.
It's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Doris, I got it. But here's I think what is so rewarding. And believe me, let me tell you, we got thousands of people who are listening. You have really broken the chains off of some listeners today.
Mm-hmm.
And while you were talking, I'm going to open up the phone lines later on, because I'm going to have to pray for some people who are suffering just like you were.
Yeah.
And they're suffering in silence, and they won't want to say anything to nobody because they want to be strong,
Yeah.
but yet they're suffering, but yet they're sick,
Mhm.
and yet they're sad. But today we're going to set them free.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Listen, so here it is now, Coach. You now have a new component
Mhm.
to the cheering aspect that was lingering in her mind since she was 10, all because she didn't get voted Miss St. John. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you receive that when she said, hey, we gotta do this?
Oh, I'm like, okay, that's good. So she forgot to tell this part of the story, that she also owns a nonprofit called I Matter.
Yeah.
And so that's the mental health portion. And she said, hey, I want to bring I Matter into DXC. And I'm like, hey, let's do it. Because, of course, we did used to, like she said, we had to deal with the mental health issues with the girls, with some of the girls want to commit suicide, or, been bullying, or just have a lot going on in their life, especially at a younger age. So, hey, let's go with it. I'm all for it. So now it's I Matter was brought to DXC, and now we call it DXC Matters.
Wow.
Okay.
So the fact that your experience of feeling the fight of depression, your experience of feeling the desire to commit suicide, that your life didn't matter, now it's a part of the overall program of Dynamic Explosion. And you all are serving well over 100 young ladies throughout the Big Bend area.
Yes.
100 over 150.
Over 150. So
Yes.
with that being said, how is it, and we don't have to get into details, but how is it when the young ladies know that mental health is a part of this overall program? What kind of response are they giving?
So we do affirmations. So we send out affirmations on Sundays to the coaches, and every day after practice, they recite all the affirmations. Is 5. The last one is I Matter. And one of the things we saw one time was with our Purple Ice team, they were praying, and one of the girls said, "Let us keep this positive mindset for the rest of the season." I said, "Yes, God, they listening, you know." So they respond. They love to do TikToks and play games, but we turn it around and make it positive. Anything we do with them, we make sure it's positive. We tell them no negative thinking. Anything negative, turn into a positive thought. Because anything, you can think things quickly negatively, but you can also think things quickly positively. So if you learn how to pour positive into your spirit, then positivity will pour out your mouth.
Right.
So what is some of the success that you've seen through some of the young ladies that has been a part of the program? If you had to identify one, you don't have to call a name, but if you just had to identify one, what would that success story look like?
Ooh, okay. So I had one young lady who's actually been, I won't say a problem child, but she always had a behavior problem. And even at home, like the mom couldn't even help her. And so I've been talking with the child, Coach Dree been talking with the child. Coach Dree has actually taken the girl out. And like we've seen a positive change with the child because her mom contacted us and said, "Hey, she's cleaning her room now. She's doing what she's supposed to do. Her grades went up. You know, she's listening to the teacher." So we're just instilling all of this positivity into the athletes so that they can become successful. Okay, so
Wow. So you've seen a young lady that really life transformed, all because of you all just embracing her with love, embracing her with positive affirmations, and just making her know that y'all really care.
yes,
Now, let me ask you something. This might be a crazy question for me to ask. I've got to ask because you're serving well over 150 young ladies from the ages of 3 to 18. And these young ladies, I'm sure, are from every walk of life.
Yes.
Single families,
Mhm.
majority of single families.
yes,
I don't want to say poverty stricken neighborhood, but
We have low income, middle income.
okay.
High
Yeah, yeah.
We
So
have
it's,
them all.
yes,
It's a
we have,
mixture.
yes.
And you all are doing this basically on your own.
Yes.
Yes.
No funding.
No, my
No.
mama and my sister and us.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm so adamant about advocating for these programs to receive funding, whether it's from the state level, county level, city level, whether it's from some of the organizations that fund projects. When you are making this type of investment, all because you got a vision. You had a vision to do this. And that vision say, I'm going to do it. And my family has embraced it. And if we don't get the funding from the city, if we don't get it from the county, if we don't get it from nobody, we're gonna follow this because God has birthed this vision in me. And for 7 years now, you all have been doing this year after year after year.
Yes.
And you've seen some of the young ladies finish high school and
Well, no, we have our first graduating seniors this year.
really?
Yes,
Yes.
out of the program. And when you said about even transforming a young lady, one of them, and she knows she is, but she came in quiet, and now she talks more. She opens up. She's friendly with everyone. She has a positive attitude, and we had the opportunity to get both seniors scholarships to a few HBCUs this past in December.
Wow.
So yes, and we
Yeah.
did that out of our own money. No funding from anybody else. We decided as founders, we're going to take these two girls and we're going to make sure we solidify scholarships for them because these are our first seniors and we're excited for their future.
Wow. Listen, I applaud you all and family, those of you who are listening to the broadcast today. I'm talking with Coach Dree and Coach K and Key. And they are the founders of Dynamic Explosion, a cheering. I want to say cheering is just the foundation to what you all are instilling into the lives of these young ladies, just because you all just happen to be former cheerleaders. So
Right.
therefore, you are able now to take what you have gone through and bring that and allow that to help nurture and develop young ladies into the women that we want in our community. So I really applaud you all. And what I really applaud the most is that when you have a vision, you can't wait for people to support it. You just got to go on and do it, because God has placed it in your heart and God has given you the mandate to do it. So you have to do it. So I applaud you all for doing that. And now this is what I really want to get to, because this is really, really, really exciting. Next Saturday,
Yes.
March the
18.
18th
Yes.
at the Al Lawson Center.
Yes, FAMU.
FAMU, Al Lawson Center, March the 18th. This is so amazing, because what they're in the process of doing is really making history. I mean, has it ever been done before?
Never been
No.
done.
And what hasn't been done is a Black organization.
Mhm.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Okay.
Tell the people about it.
All right. So last year, God gave me a vision that representation matters in the cheerleading world. And when we compete, we don't see a lot of African American groups all at once competing. And so that was the first.
So stop right there.
Oh, go ahead.
So y'all been competing for 7 years.
Yes.
And
Yes.
y'all been traveling competing.
Yes.
Some of the places that y'all gone.
Tampa, Orlando, Miami, Atlanta, Dothan.
With the girls.
Yes.
And
They
all
do.
of this is supported through family and a few friends who donate. No.
Well, the parents, they pay their tuition for the kids, or they do fundraising. We'll do like fundraising together. But that's it. No extra funding. No, that's it.
Wow. Listen, somebody's listening to this program that said, Pastor, I'm going to call you because I want to write a check. I want to support the work that they're doing. See, we can always talk about how we're going to save our children. We can always talk about how we're going to empower the village. But when you got programs that are out here that are making a difference, they are doing it. They're going to do it with the dollars or without the dollars, because it's a God-given vision. And whenever there's a God-given vision, they look for God to do the provision. But here, I want to challenge those of you who are listening to sow a seed into what they're doing, because they are making a difference. Listen to what they just said. 2 seniors will be graduating. They have secured scholarships for them. They're going on to HBCUs. I don't know what would have happened if they wouldn't have been with you all for the last 7 years. I don't know what would have happened with those kids, the young ladies that probably could have gotten involved in so much, but 150 ladies they have been embracing year after year after year. Somebody said, what is the Cash App? Put that Cash App on the thread. Somebody put the Cash App. Do y'all have a Cash App?
The Cash App.
Put that on the thread. Put it on the thread. Put it on the thread. You can't. Oh my God. Okay.
Hashtag dynamic
Put
explosion.
it on the thread. Let's get that Cash App on the thread so that I can get you all giving, and then we're going to finish. But here's the beautiful part about what they're doing. What they're doing is, one, they're investing in our young girls. They're investing in our young girls, and not only are they investing in them, but they're giving them an opportunity to express some of the things that are hidden within,
Yes.
that they can talk to a mental health specialist and nobody, because you live your life at 10 years old feeling I wasn't good enough,
Right.
never expressing it. That hurt lasted for a while,
A long time.
a long time.
Yeah.
And how many people are suffering in silence because they don't feel like
They are enough.
they're enough?
Yeah. A lot.
A lot. And here it is, y'all been taking these young ladies city to city for competition. And you said very seldom do you see a whole lot of African Americans compete.
Right.
So what happens now? You got this vision.
Yeah, so we get the vision, and then last year, probably around March or so, I talked to my mom and my sister and the rest of our team, and we decided to do a mental health awareness event catering to cheerleaders and dancers and other parts of the community that represents and celebrate the Black culture. because it's something about Black culture that makes you want to just scream yes, right? But in the Black culture, especially growing up, when I grew up, therapy wasn't a thing. If you went to therapy, people say you crazy, or if you was on antidepressants, you're crazy. That's what they said. So it was a fear to even seek therapy, to seek counseling, to even seek help to become a better person. So we're gonna just take that stigma away and say, guess what? We're gonna put the solution right in front of your face with the problem you've been facing. Wow. Because if you want to see more Black mental health therapists or providers, we're going to give that to you. We're going to bring that to you in this event because it's necessary and it's imperative that you make sure that you're trying to progress instead of trying to be perfect.
Wow. You know, I'm sitting here and I'm in awe because what you're saying is so real. I mean, we're quick to say, man, you can't go sit on the right couch, they're gonna call you crazy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you have been able to take what was really driving your life into this dark place.
And you wouldn't even think I was that person because I was a self-published author. I had 2 books published by then. I had created my nonprofit by then. We had our nonprofit together. I'm an IT specialist person. So
you what?
What do you mean?
You said you were IT.
IT.
And you done fell into depression.
I did.
Wow. Okay, wow. But I said that being very humorous, simply because it can happen
to anybody.
And for you all to be dealing with this many of our young Black females at an early age and to have brought this component as a part of the program, I think it's commendable because our young girls are suffering from so much and they're dealing with so much. And as we look at the crime statistic now, the rate of crime has increased among our young ladies as opposed to our young men. So we don't know what they're dealing with. And so for you to be able to take your experience and place it into a program, I think it's commendable. That's what really blessed me. There's a young lady who just made a comment. Her name is Joyce Wilson. She said, I would love to meet them. And you want to meet her. That's all I'm going to say. You want to meet Joyce Wilson. That's all I'm going to say.
You want to meet her too.
Yeah, you want to meet her. But let's talk about now, y'all gone around, y'all been going to competitions. Very seldom do you see that many African Americans who are cheering.
Right.
Does vision come about?
Yes.
Let's talk about what happened.
So the vision came about and then we just got on the ball, and at first it was a slow roll because it was like, well, how are we going to do this? And what are we going to name it? Because it's like, at first, honestly, I had an issue with putting the word Black in it. And I tried to figure out why, and it was because of society. Because anytime we want to take and say something Black, then we think that somebody of another race would be like, well, why are you excluding other races? And then, but the actuality of it is, why not Black culture? You know, why not make sure that we make sure the people that we see that look like us are taken care of mentally as well. Make sure we emphasize that therapy is needed and that positive affirmations when you wake up in the morning and when you go to sleep is very imperative to your health, because mental health is wealth. And if you're not mentally correct and mentally together, how can you help anybody else get it together?
Right. So this big event that is happening next Saturday is born out of the fact that you all did not see a whole lot of cheer teams that were Black.
Correct.
So how did this come about? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So with that, when we go to competitions, the cheer for a sport, most times from what we've seen, it's been predominantly held by white people. And there's nothing wrong with that, at that moment. But I also wanted to see where are all of us that do the same thing just as great? Like, let's see what that looks like. Where are those individuals? Because we'll see some teams like here and there, 2 or 3 other teams when we go compete out of probably 60, 70 teams, or maybe 15 teams out of 100. But where are those other organizations that represent us and that we look alike?
Right. And so because you did not see those teams that look like you all, you all decided to come together and host this major event
Yes.
Yes.
that's going to be taking place at the Al Lawson Center.
Yes.
Mhm.
How difficult was it to reach out to get other teams that looked like us to get involved?
I won't say it was too difficult because we made a name for ourselves in the community.
Okay.
So, in the cheer world. So when we reached out to other teams or when we started posting and advertising everything, teams just automatically started contacting us. They wanted to come, they wanted to attend because, of course, this is something big. This is something they never seen before. And also they know when it comes to DXC, we know how to host and have a great time.
Okay.
And just by looking at us and seeing us at competition, how well put we are, how organized we are with our girls, they want to jump on and they want to say, hey, we want to come and, compete at your event.
So let's talk about it. This event is happening when?
March 18th.
March 18th is happening in Tallahassee, Florida. And you got teams from around the area. Where are some of the teams coming from?
We have some teams coming from Tallahassee, of course, Quincy, Florida, North Carolina. We have some from Georgia. So they're all over the place.
Yeah.
Florida, yes.
Wow. So has it gone beyond your expectation when it comes to the number of teams you thought you may have? And now I understand you're at, 26?
Yeah,
Yes.
so it passed our expectations because usually an individual event producer that puts on this type of production, they have about 20 teams. And you're talking about a producer who's been doing this way longer than we have. So for our first year to have more than what they normally have was something that God only did.
Wow. 26 teams. And I'm sure before Saturday, I don't know whether the deadline has happened, but I'm sure.
The deadline's today.
The deadline's today?
Yes.
Well, listen, if you got a cheering team and you're listening to my voice, you better try to contact. How can they get in contact with you?
You can contact us at 850-895-9392 or email us at blackculturecheeranddance@gmail.com.
All right, give them that number one more time because they kind of slow in writing like me. So
Okay.
you got to talk real slow.
850-895-9392.
850-9392. That's how you can contact the Dynamic Explosion for the Black Culture Cheer and Dance event that's going to be happening next Saturday at the Al Lawson Center. Listen, if you got a team of girls, they cheer, then you want to get them involved. I'm excited about what's going to be happening. It's the first to happen like this, and it's the first Black Culture Cheer and Dance event.
Yeah.
Yes.
What can the people who just want to come and look, what can they expect?
Listen, we have a live DJ.
Yes.
So, of course.
You don't have to let them know that's me. I'll be playing gospel on the one.
So it's not just for cheer and dance parents or spectators, that it's for anyone, because of course we're going to have vendors, we're going to have food, we're going to have mental health resources. So like Coach Dree said, they're going to be in the building, but if they don't want to see them, they can do it online.
Yes. We're going to have a Vita Institute there providing massages and stuff like that to
For
get
free?
a little donation for
Okay,
them,
a little donation, but they're gonna be there.
So, yeah.
But they're gonna be
But
there.
they're gonna be there. They're gonna have a donation jar out there. But we partner with them to come and release some stress for the people. So we're gonna have that. We got door prizes. We're giving out scholarships to seniors. So we have a scholarship essay contest going on. We got the affirmation challenge going on.
On social media.
Yes, on social media. So it's gonna be fun for the family. It's not just for cheerleaders or dancers, but it's for the entire community to come out, support this amazing cause, and on top of that, maybe get some mental health resources just in case you may think that you may want to seek therapy. And if you don't, at least you talk to somebody that may have made you feel better just because you showed up.
Wow. It's happening Saturday, not this Saturday, next Saturday, March the
18th.
18th. See, I like the way they said that together. March, they act like they cheering. March the 18 is happening at the Al Lawson Gymnasium on the FAMU campus. It's the Black Culture Cheer and Dance Competition. Well over 26 teams that's going to be in competition performing. It's the first to ever happen
Yes.
on this order.
Yes.
So that's why we say it's history.
It's history.
It's
Never
history.
been done before.
Never been done before.
The
And-
first in the nation.
The first in the nation.
Yes.
Now y'all done Google that to make sure.
Did.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
So when you say the first in the nation,
Listen,
talk to me.
okay, the first cheer and dance competition that focused on mental health. Okay.
Wow.
So we've never been to a cheer or dance competition that actually focused on the athletes, the parents, the spectators' mental health. So we're going to be doing affirmations. We're going to have an affirmation challenge. We're going to have, like I said, we're going to have the mental health resources there. So
And we got great sponsors too.
yes,
Yeah, we're going to talk about. So y'all going to do an affirmation challenge, right?
Yes.
yes.
So I can come do my affirmations that I'm the head and not the tail. I'm the
Yeah.
lender, not the bar.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
more than a conqueror.
Conqueror.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
love you.
Okay,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
all right, okay. All right, it's happening next Saturday at the Al Lawson Gymnasium. Let's talk a little bit about some of the sponsors that are helping to ensure that this happens.
Yes, so we want to give a shout out to Vibrant Orthodontics. They are one of our sponsors. Of course, my company I work for, Marquee Software, I really appreciate them. We have the Leon County Sheriff Department. We have TMH Foundation.
Wow.
We got Superior Realty Group. We got Blue Realty. What else we got, Kid? You got some
We have Smile Words.
Smile Words.
We also
Smile
have
Work, who is that now?
Smile Words
Dennis.
Okay, I might need to go see Smile Work.
It's only for children.
Oh, wow. You just broke my heart. Okay, keep on.
We also have Anonymous. We can't.
Yeah, we can't give our big anonymous person out, but they
Yeah, you don't have to tell
did a
them that
great
I do
job.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we have a lot of different sponsors and look right and looking for more sponsors that want to make sure this event is amazing. But we thank God that we had people that believe in us for the first time and they didn't have to question it, but they just went with our vision. So we appreciate all of those. And we also had Red Eye Coffee going to be our coffee sponsor for that morning.
Wow.
Shout out to
Publix.
them. Yes, Publix is one of our other sponsors as well.
Double Good Popcorn.
Yes,
Mm.
we have a lot of good people.
Well, listen. I am so delighted to have you all in the studio today. I'm so delighted to have our audience to be able to hear what you all are doing, and certainly I was definitely impressed when I saw it. And just like I said, to add the mental health piece to it makes it all so meaningful because our young girls and our young boys,
Yes,
they need it. So we've got to change the stigma of you crazy or you shouldn't be sick. We've got to change the narrative
Yes.
to tell people that it's okay
it's okay.
Mhm.
to be okay.
It's okay.
It's
not
okay
to-
even if you're not okay.
Right there you go.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
And I celebrate you for just being able to share your story and to be able to say, hey, listen, out of my own experience, we've got to attach this piece
Right.
to the whole program.
Yes.
And so that's what it's all about. Listen, I want to thank God for this amazing family who has embraced what they did in high school and now has turned it into a way to help other young ladies. As I said before, there is somebody who was listening to the broadcast. You heard the story of Coach Drake. You heard her talk about how the shackles fell off of her mind when she decided to go to therapy. Listen to me. If you're suffering in silence, I want you to call right now. I want to pray with you. And then I want to believe that you're going to do what's necessary to get the necessary help you need. 850-671-1450. I want you to call now because this moment is a moment that was designed to change your life. It does not matter what your plight is. It does not matter where you are, what you've achieved. If you're suffering in silence, it's time for those shackles to be broken. And it's time for you to walk in a spirit of freedom. 850-671-1450. That's the number to call. And I'm going to let Coach Drake speak to you. And you're gonna be set free today. Trust me, today. Tell them again what's happening, when it's happening, and how they need to be there.
We're hosting the we're hosting the inaugural Black Culture Cheer and Dance competition right here in Tallahassee, Florida at the FAMU Al Lawson Multipurpose Center on March 18th, 2023. You guys can come on out. It's not just for cheer and dance teams, but it's for spectators also. This is our first ever mental health awareness event. So you guys will be blessed. Come on out. You can purchase tickets at www.dynamicexplosion.com/tickets.
Amen. So it's happening. Don't forget now, it's the Black Culture Cheer and Dance competition, March 18th, and it's going to be right at the Al Lawson Center. And certainly we just believing that it's going to be an amazing event. Once again, I want to thank you all so much for joining us today. I want to thank you so much for what you're doing to make our community better, to make our children better, to make our females better. And I just believe, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that this will get bigger and bigger. Somebody asked, what time is the event?
It starts at 9 a.m.
From 9 to what?
About 2 o'clock.
From 9 to 2. It's going to be starting at 9 a.m. until about 2 p.m. That's happening on March the 18th at the Al Lawson Gymnasium on the FAMU campus. Last and final words, Coach Dree.
And you can, like she said, you can purchase the tickets, dynamicexplosion.com if you need to. But my last final words would be this. Always remember that you matter, that you are important, that you are appreciated, that you are loved, and that no matter what you may be facing in this life, you can conquer it because you were born great. You were great before you even knew it. You were great before your mother or father even knew it. You were great because God said so. So continue on pushing forth. Keep going. Don't give up because guess what? Somebody needs you just like somebody needed me.
Wow.
Amen.
Wow. Listen, with that being said, I mean, somebody needed to hear that. And the greatness that is within you, it needs to come forth. Don't allow nothing to stop you from being who God has made you to be. Hey, this has been an amazing show with two amazing women. As we celebrate Women Month, we salute the work that they're doing in our community. We salute what they're doing with our young ladies, encouraging them, empowering them, enlightening them that they are great and that they matter. Hey, this has been the Greg James Community Show. I want you to keep it locked right here. Hallelujah 95.3 FM. Coming up next, you know who it is. It's the man himself who makes you want to shout no matter where you're driving from or no matter where you're sitting at. It's Doc D coming up right after this broadcast. Until next week, I want you to be blessed. And if you decide that you're going to go to church on Sunday in person, I want you to join us at 4409 Bluntstown Highway for our in-person worship. And don't forget, mark your calendars. Next Saturday, March 18th, is the Black Culture Cheer and Dance Explosion at the Al Lawson Gym. Until then, I want you to walk in favor and know that when people see you, just tell them I'm blessed.
Amen.
All right, family.